morning by reviewing what we did in council in December about what is happening and why. And so what I'd like you to do is to just spend a minute, go through and pick out 1, 2, or 3 of these that strike you particularly right now, things that seem to you particularly compelling as to what's happening and why.
Forced species migration.
Increasing deer tick population. Melting permafrost, releasing methane and CO2.
Resource overuse / resource wars, and earthquakes due to fracking.
Thinning atmosphere, ocean damage, overfishing, dying coral reefs, and temperature change influencing pollinators and bee dying.
Plastics. Addiction to comfort and speed.
Loss of long-term view.
Communicative disconnects. Short-term thinking.
Arrogance, lack of listening.
Structure of the economy maximizing profit, corruption and bribery in politics, and deregulation.
Lack of respect for interaction with indigenous peoples.
Seeing humans as separate from nature.
Just kind of not like frustration, even though I do as well feel that, but more just kind of just overwhelmed and confused with the just amount of things that happen every day in so many different like parts of our political system and everyone's lives outside of our political system as well.
Yeah, that scares me, and I think it's dangerous to, and hard for people like us who want to make a change but get what we need to survive from the very system that's restraining the progression of the human race.
People are sick of the establishment in both parties. They're antiquated and obsolete and irrelevant, and they need to step aside because they're not doing anything. They're taking their money and they're paying their donors and they're making themselves happy, and they can, you know, they're happy in the status quo because that's what works for them. And that doesn't work for the people, and people aren't going to take that anymore. And it's not easy, but change does come once you get enough people. It's inevitable. And so I'm excited to see where that goes, because evidently we're facing a lot.
It got me thinking, like, what can we do this year or this month, today, right now? Like, how can we just take that small step and put something in motion, you know, start even like putting a thought out there, or just beginning the movement forward.
World where our leaders are within reality, where they don't act out of self-interest.
A world where people are conscious about their lifestyle and how that relates to our planet.
A world of understanding where fog doesn't cover up the beauty and truth.
A world where we ourselves, but our leaders especially, know when to lead and know when to follow, and know when to speak and know when to listen, and an economic perspective which is based around the well-being of people.
A world in which you read newspaper titles and they don't make you feel depressed. A world where a lot of people can travel to a lot of different places to get more of a perspective, but at the same time without destroying the environment in the process of that. And people are taught how to think, not just what to think.
A world where greed is scarce and looked down upon, rather than depicted as freedom.
I would like to see, beyond this, our collaboration, not just like within this group, but with each one of us in our separate communities of people. Collaboration of what can we do, what do we have to offer, and how can we support each other in doing that.
I am gonna go way out there. Speaking of soaring high, I want to see solar planes, solar cars, solar transportation that is public. I want to see solar panels on every single strip mall in America, every single parking lot in America, every single road made out of solar tiles that we can drive on. I want to see a garden accessible to. I want to see everyone who has access to a garden now have more access, and anyone who doesn't have an access to a garden has access to a garden that's theirs, that they can plant. Or if they don't want to, that they can just go in and pick a fruit and eat.
I would like to see a world that is truly 100% sustainable, where we're not wasting anything. Where there's no byproduct that causes harm. Where the way we live affects us and not the planet.
I think there can be a place or some form of getting people who are not in power, just people like us, just normal people, to connect over these ideas in some sort of way and share ideas and have some sort of way of sharing ideas and creating a community of people, whether that's just throughout the whole world or in one small place like our town, to share ideas and bring forth new ideas and create new potential.
Realizing that sometimes we need to slow down to hear other people, and sometimes we need to slow down to be heard, and that's big.
This council has not really revealed, but just reinforced the idea that each one of us is capable of making our ideals a reality and following through on everything that has been said here, and that just gives me immense hope.
To step out of my little world that consists of just small communities and to look into a bigger world and pay attention to what's going on.
I'm going to take with me the capacity to truly listen to other people, to know when to be silent, and when I do speak, speak with power and truth, to make so that we don't butcher the meaning and language. We use it deliberately, and we use it well and effectively, and just appreciate everyone, because this was very meaningful.
I want to see an international community of people so strong and so tightly connected that there is no fear to express emotion and feeling around anything. Where that community can tackle the greatest issues, and the greatest issue we face so far is climate change.
I want everyone to be able to see the stars at night and the sun in the morning.
And I want to see students learn and respect Indigenous history and wisdom. And I want every student and young person, especially very young children, to have access to nature.
One last one, please.
I want all of this to be a reality.
May it be so.
May it be so.
May it be so. Here we go. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yay team.